Hi, my name's Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff, where I'll make a healthy dinner from start to finish and pair it with wines from around the world. Let's fill up that glass.
Hi, I'm Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff. Today I'm excited because it is comfort food night. We are making a white chicken chili, a little different than our normal chili, but it is amazing. You will fall in love with it, guaranteed. And I'm pairing it with this Cambria Chardonnay that you're gonna love, love, love it, guaranteed also. Let's get started here. We have a few peppers we're throwing in our white chicken chili. We have a jalapeno and I have some Anaheims, but that is local to where I live in California. If you can't find Anaheim's chili, it's a mild chili. You can use a poblano, you can use a cubanello, anything that's mild like this. Now let's get started. Let's just start chopping some of these up. We definitely want to remove the seeds on these. Now what you can do after you remove the seeds, save them for the end because it's great to put them in the chili if the chili is a little too mild for you. Great tip, you always, to keep a sharp knife, is you want to cut waxy side down, is a great tip for cutting any peppers. Okay, I have my trusty Dutch oven out. I love doing chili in the Dutch oven. I have some olive oil in the pan here already. Let's get our onions and peppers into our olive oil, and we want to saute them. We don't want to brown them up. We just want to let them release all their juices. So that'll take about 5 minutes. It's not going to take too long for all their juices to come out. And let's give them, first, give them a little salt and pepper. And that will help with the release of the juices. Okay. And then we are going to add some spices to the mix. I love adding the spices now because it kind of wakes them up in the oil. And since we're doing a white chili, we're just doing cumin, coriander, and we're doing oregano. Or if you have an Italian blend, that'll go great also. Because actually with the Italian blend, they have rosemary and basil and marjoram and a few other spices that actually would be nice too. So whatever you have in the cupboard, this is really easy. I'm going to just stir this around. Right now, we'll let this go. And then when I have a nice little bed, right now, I'm going to throw my garlic in. You know, can't have chili without garlic, right? I am a garlic lover. I don't know who isn't a garlic lover. But you know, all the exact measurements are right down below in the description center too. So we'll just let that go for about 4 or 5 minutes. We're just going to sweat out all the chilies and onions before we add our beans. While our veggies are sauteing, this is a perfect time to drain and rinse your cannellini beans right here. And what I like to do to make the sauce a little thicker, get your mashed potato masher and just mash these cannellini beans. What's going to release their starches, and then when you add the chicken stock, it's just going to thicken everything up. So you can do this. I think this is the easiest way. If you want to put it in a food processor with some of the chicken stock, you can do that. If you want to use your immersion blender before you add in your chicken, you can do it that way. Whatever way you'd like to do it. That is ready to roll. So our veggies are almost finished. Let's get them moving. Our veggies have finally finished cooking out. Now what we just want to do is add in our chicken stock. That's up to you. A lot of people, a lot of my followers make their homemade chicken stock. homemade, store-bought, you do you is how I always say it. Now goes in our beans, our mashed beans along with our whole beans. We'll just put them all in at the same time, and then we'll stir those mashed beans around. This will come to a simmer. Let this come up, so just turn it up a little bit until it comes to a simmer, and then you want to back it back down. So we'll let this go for probably a good 10 minutes, just so the beans get a chance to thicken up the stock, and just the stock gets flavored with all these peppers and onions and the cannellini beans. And if you can't find cannellini beans, you could use Great Northern, any type of white bean that you can find in your grocery store. So it doesn't have to be a cannellini bean. They're just one of my favorites. So we'll just let that come up to a simmer, back it down, and we'll let that go for 10 minutes. While our beans are simmering, it's perfect time to talk about the wine. This is a Cambria, Katherine's Vineyard Chardonnay. Let me tell you, I had a taste already. It was amazing. It has notes of pink grapefruit with tangerine and chive blossom. It has a wonderful nose. Oh, wow. It is so balanced for a Chardonnay, and it tastes like a combination of apple and peach pastry, like an apple and peach pie. It is divine. It is really lovely. I think you'll definitely love this one. It's going to go perfect with this white chicken chili. So let me finish this up, and can't wait to plate that chili up. Our chili is starting to come together now. Now, I used a rotisserie chicken. You can buy one, you can make your own. I have a wonderful recipe on my website, Chicken Under a Brick, where a whole chicken is done in 30 minutes. All that information is right down below my website. So I used that, but rotisserie chicken, whatever you'd like, put it right on in there, and all the exact measurements are right down below. As you can see how the chicken now, this actual white chili chicken has started to thicken up, and look how delicious that is. Now, since this chicken is cooked through, a really important tip, you're only going to warm this up, so about 2 minutes to let this come back to a simmer, and then we're going to add in our final ingredients. Oh, that will make it decadent, rich, and creamy. Okay, now to our final ingredients that you are gonna love. You wanna cut the heat all the way down to a super low, and then we're gonna turn it off. We are adding in, that is mascarpone cheese. It's a very soft Italian cheese. That's what it looks like in the name. And if you can't find, it's an Italian cheese, you can use an American cream cheese, but this mascarpone cheese is so decadent. Now take a look what that cheese is doing to this sauce. Hello, right? Are you ready to dive into that? Okay. Wow, look at this. Now we're going to squeeze in half of a lime. This will just brighten up all the flavors. And then some cilantro. If you're not a cilantro fan, you can leave out the cilantro if you'd like. Now, that is done. We are done, and look how delicious. Oh my God, I'm ready to dive into a bowl of this like immediately. Okay, so let me grab myself a bowl and spoon myself some up. Before I jump into this bowl of chili, literally, I would first like to thank all my subscribers. And if you're not yet a subscriber, why not? Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to like and share and ring that bell, because I have a new recipe every Tuesday. But I can't wait any longer. I am going to jump right into this. I had some already, I have to let you know. And it was amazing. Wow. The perfect amount of spice and that creaminess from that mascarpone cheese. Wow, that's just amazing. Thanks for stopping by Wine and Dine with Jeff, and we'll see you next week.